Hey to everyone. This is an update about our project on the formulation of the comprehensive land use plan of Gainsa. Supposedly, nag-meeting po tayo no March 21 but unfortunately ay meron po tayong mga technical difficulties kaya hindi po tayo nakapag-resume agad. So here's the update on our project. Ito po yung mga things to discuss. The vision statement, which is ginawa natin previously sa ating workshop. And magkakaroon po tayo ng review, no? And approval na po at this point. And then we have also the CDRA updates, the next steps, like the workshops and what to expect in the next activities and other matters. So our topic first is about the vision statement review and approval. Ang ating pong functional role in the province of Camarines Sur is an alternate gateway in the province with the present Gainsa Pamplona Road and the future road network. So yun po yung napagkasunduan po natin, no? Yun po ang gusto po ng majority, no? It's the alternate gateway in Camarines Sur. Second, na-highlight din po doon yung tourism for water park, farm resorts, faith-based destinations, including water safety. And third, agriculture-centric that captures the following. No? Pag sinabi natin agriculture-centric, that means agro-ecotourism hub. Pwede rin po ang Gainsa as agro-industrial processing and agro-tourism in the Bicol region. It can also mean agricultural productivity, rural livelihoods or development, agricultural productivity, enhance rural livelihood while preserving its rich natural resources. In the transformation of Gainsa into a leading hub for agricultural innovation and sustainable food processing. So yung number 3 po ay nakafocus po sa agrikultura and tourism, which gives the population or its citizen job opportunities, no? Yan. Kaya, yan po yung tatlong functional roles ng Gainsa in the province. Yan. So, ang functional role po, kung titignan po natin siya in detail, no? Gainsa, the agro-centric and tourism hub of Camarines Sur where connectivity meets innovation. So, ang explanation dyan is that it suggests that the foundation of connectivity lays the groundwork for innovation to flourish. It emphasizes connectivity as prerequisite for innovative ideas and technologies to be realized. Example, when connectivity is established, innovation will be fully realized in all aspects such as agriculture, productivity, venturing to tourism. So, ang sinasabi po dito na hindi lang po siya basta-basta agrocentric. Ito yung opportunity also na magkaroon po ng connectivity, no? Connectivity sa mga magkakalapit na bayan, connectivity sa ibang provinces also. Okay? Agrocentric means is a concept that refers to agricultural practices, systems, and perspectives. This emphasizes the importance of agriculture in various contexts, including economic development, sustainability, and food security. Agrocentric approaches can influence policy making, environmental conservation efforts, and community development strategies by prioritizing agricultural innovation and practices that benefit both farmers and the consumers. Okay. Ito naman po yung sectoral descriptors, meaning we're talking about your sectors. Okay, it's the inward looking. Sa social po, niretain po natin yung God-loving, empowered, and healthy. Sa econ naman, ay niretain din po natin yung sustainable, diversified, and resilient. And for the environment, we retain adaptive, eco-friendly, and resilient community. Infrastructure and utilities naman, may mga new descriptors pa tayo kasi previously wala, no? So, quality, it was one of the chosen, no, na descriptor. Safe, resilient, reliable, well-maintained, and abundant. Ayan. So, ang napili po ay quality and well-maintained. For the institutional sector naman, ni-retain natin yung participatory and transparent. Yan. So, meron din pong suggestion na include natin yung gender and development in the vision statement. So, pwede tayong gumamit ng gender equality, gender fairness, gender neutrality, and the likes, no? Yan. So we also need to discuss if we need to include alternate gateway, although supported already under Camarines Sur where connectivity meets innovation. Yung in-explain ko kanina, di ba, as an egocentric, agricentric, no? Yon. So, nandun na po siya, napapalog na po doon yung alternate gateway under Camarines Sur where connectivity meets innovation. Yan. Kasi there's the term, no, or the word connectivity. Yan. So, we've come up with this one. Ito na po yung vision statement. GAINSA, the agri-centric and tourism hub of Camarines Sur where connectivity meets innovation, empowers God-loving and healthy Gainsanos in an adaptive, eco-friendly, and resilient community, flourishing through sustainable, diversified economy supported by quality and well-maintained infrastructure and led by participatory and transparent governance. Yan. So kung makikita nyo, hinighlight po natin or in-underline natin itong agri-centric, tourism hub, God-loving, healthy, adaptive, eco-friendly, resilient, sustainable, diversified, quality, well-maintained, participatory, and transparent. Yan po yung mga descriptors na kailangan po nating bigyan ng indicators kasi ito po ay 10-year plan. So, we have to establish the success indicators for each descriptor. Ayan. Next naman na discussion natin is the refinement of CIDRA updates. So, ito po, since October 21 hanggang February 2022, ay yung LGU through the MPDO ay nag-household tagging sila at nag-digitize na rin po sila ng maps. By December 2021, nag-collect po sila ng data, no, mga pre-work templates, pinasagutan nila, more on collection of the exposure database. And then, nung January 2022, nagkaroon ng CIDRA training workshop by DILG. Yan. And then, March to December 2022, nagkakaroon kayo ng mga CIDRA write shops. And then, January 2022 to January 2024, okay, may CBMS na rin kayo na 2022 and data turnover. So, naging mahaba po yung proseso po talaga ng CIDRA ninyo kasi kinonsider din po yung CBMS dito, no? So, may mga refinements na ginawa, may mga workshops, no? It's not really overnight planning, you know? So, from October 2021 hanggang January 2024, yung buong proseso na yun ay pinagdaanan po ng LGU. Ayan. So, nagkaroon din po kayo ng integration of CBMS data 2022 to the GIS map. And then, noong January 2025, nagkaroon kayo ng delineation of barangay boundaries according to cadastral map. And then, March 2025, nagkaroon po kayo ng consultation with municipal boundaries to neighboring towns and barangay boundaries. And noong April 2025, finalization of base map and barangay boundaries. Which I think kasama na po kami dito sa stage na to, no? Kasi nag-identify na po talaga tayo ng mga boundaries ninyo based from different sources. And then April 2025 onwards, ito na po yung ginagawa natin, yung CLUP, special planning po tayo, and nag-zoning ordinance po tayo. Mahaba po yung proseso kasi connected po yung CIDRA doon sa CLUP natin, no? Kasi mini-mainstream po natin yung CIDRA sa CLUP. And in the DSUD guidelines, yung iba po, they consider CIDRA as volume 4 of the CLUP. So, hindi lang po basta stand-alone yung CIDRA, kailangan po siya na ma-integrate doon sa buong CLUP po natin. Sa volume 1, which is the CLUP, kailangan din naka-integrate siya sa zoning ordinance, naka-integrate din po siya doon sa volume 3, which is the sectoral studies. Yan. Sa mapping updates naman, may team po tayo na gumagawa nito sa pagmamapa, no? So, yung new municipal boundaries was sent by Sir James noong March 7. Okay? Thematic maps have been edited to follow the new municipal boundaries. And existing land use is currently being developed based on the new boundaries and will be submitted to the MPDO in 6 weeks for checking and approval. Hindi lang po yan yung mga nangyari. Meron po talaga tayo mga sources na kinuha from DNR. Nakikipag-meeting din po tayo kay assessor. No? Nakipag-meeting din po sa mga katabing LGUs para lang po ma-define natin yung mga boundaries. No? Although may mga dispute po pero maliit na lang. And yun po yung inayos po ng aming mapping team, led by Ma'am Kiana. And si Sir James po, no, na siya po ang GIS mapper po ng MPDO. Ayan. So, February 8, nag-meeting po with assessor online, no? We're very glad na si assessor po ay uh, lagi naming kasama sa meetings, no? Very important ang kanyang role dito. Yan. Next steps and other matters. Yan. Nagkaroon po ng consultation with the municipality of Milor on the municipal boundary. So, isa rin po yan na tinitignan sa review po ng DSUD at saka ni PILUC, yung coordination po, no, ng ating LGU with adjacent LGUs. Okay? So, kailangan, pag nagpaplano tayo, no, kumbaga may continuity, no? Yan. And then, ito naman, consultation meeting with Barangay District 2 on barangay boundary. Kasi doon po yung medyo may dispute, no? Minor error on the maps given by DNR. Okay? So, may mga exchanges of communications po na nangyayari with DNR just to settle this one, no? Validation, verification, clarification of the data na binibigay sa atin. So, a portion of District 2 was not included in the map and this shall be settled in the next steps. Nagkaroon po ng joint session, no? It was conducted on April 2 with 2 barangays to settle issues on barangay boundary. So, lahat po ito na naayos po, no, ni MPDC. Yan. Sa timeline naman po natin, so number 1, continue the meetings and discussions with boundary disputes within the LG and the adjacent municipalities. Pangalawa, continue the progress and the refinement of the SIDRA. So ngayon po, nire-refine pa po talaga yung SIDRA kasi importante po na ma-establish po muna natin yung lahat about SIDRA bago po tayo mag-proceed sa mga spatial strategies natin. Otherwise, kung may errors po tayo makikita later on, babalik po ulit tayo sa SIDRA at possible na mauulit natin to, no? So, kailangan step 1, first steps pa lang, kailangan malinis na po, maayos na po lahat po about SIDRA and sa pagmamapa po natin para hindi po tayo uulit, no? It's a long work, no? Tedious work po ang mangyayari kung ganon. Okay, SIDRA outputs as one of the requirements for the land use workshops. Working draft of the CLUP by April 2025. Yes, meron na po tayo. And real time and time to time po ay ina-update and ina-upload po natin yung mga updates dyan. Yan, para nakikita po yung progress, kung kailan po yung last edits, no? Okay. Next, resume the workshops on land use by June 2025. So, it will give us ample time to really refine the SIDRA, the mapping, and syempre, medyo may mga political and administrative din tayo na mga kailangan i-address muna, no? Elections, other things na kailangan natin i-settle first, no? Na hindi ma-disrupt ang ating mga activities, no? And so, preferably by June 2025 po, ay mag-resume po tayo ng mga workshops. Pero from this month, no? And syempre, mga previous months po natin ay nagkakaroon po tayo ng mga consultations with MPDC. Ina-update po natin sila. Yan. And thank you so much. Kung meron po kayong mga tanong, meron po kayong clarifications, don't hesitate to contact us, no, to message us doon po sa ating Facebook Messenger na group chat. No, feel free po to ask us questions habang nandito po tayo sa period na nag-iintay po tayo ng mga refinements, no, and finalization of the prerequisite na mga plans natin before we proceed with the land use. Yan. So, maraming salamat po and have a good day.